Hello and welcome to more Aurora, where in this playthrough we are currently building up our colonies in adjacent solar systems, trying to secure a nice steady supply of minerals and raw materials for our home planet, where we are at some point going to want to build a mighty military fleet. So as a slight recap, we are wanting to get to the Gata system and start colonizing planet B1, which has some nice minerals, low colony cost in comparison to Gata's A3, which has fantastic minerals but awful colony cost. So I want to first just send my haulers to pick up some infrastructure, and they're just going to do one trip. They're just going to do one trip just to get started, and once I've got it started, I'm hoping the civilian economy will finish the job. Oh geez, now I've already forgotten which is the correct one. that I want. It's easier to go through this menu up here. Environment. Yes, it's Gatas B1 that I want. Very well. Unload and then head back to Earth and just chill out there. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Grab some colonists just to get the colony up and running. And because I anticipate fuel issues for these fleets, I don't think both of them can make the return journey. How much fuel do you have? 2 million, that seems fine. We fuel from colony, and then I'm just going to tell them to follow. And then when or if they run into fuel problems, who are you? You're following the colony fleet, so you need to follow the hauler fleet. So if they do run into trouble, then there'll be a tanker basically directly with them. The other thing that I wanted to do right now, I've got some more terraformers here. So you know what we're going to do with them. I'm actually going to send them, should I send them to Mars? Because there's some terraforming that needs to happen in Mars, and it would save them a journey. In fact, I think I am going to send them to Mars, because Mars can do some terraforming too. Let's just check exactly what needs to be done. So we need to make the atmosphere breathable and not dangerous. So first up, let's remove what carbon dioxide there is, and that should make the atmosphere safe. And then we need to worry about making it breathable. Okay, so let's run that for a while. Okay, orbiting Mars, that sounds fine. Hey, they're loading mines, that's great. Where they're taking them. Okay, okay, we have a research lab and our explorer has done something. I definitely want to build a better explorer at some point. Hey, we've got a whole new research project done. What happened? Oh no, did someone die? No, construction rate, okay. So let's queue up the next construction and production technologies. These are largely what I consider the economic techs. So mining is nice, so let's do mining. That sounds straightforward. And then once mining is done, wealth generation is always helpful. Then research and shipbuilding and shipyard operations, and yeah. I wish these guys had better bonuses, but it is what it is. Although missiles and kinetics has such a strong bonus, I really want to give him more labs. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just one whole extra lab, so generous. Okay, Event Horizon 1, where are you? Event Horizon 1. You are... Okay, you came back to Earth, you refueled, and you have no further orders. Now, something that I checked off camera, if you go to this galaxy screen here, and you click on the system, you get some information. here, and one of the important things it tells you how many bodies you've surveyed, and I've actually seen that we haven't surveyed all of them. That's an Earth, my goodness. There must be some very far away planets or bodies, asteroids or comets that we haven't surveyed. I think that seems probably fine. But we have unsurveyed, graph survey locations in both in Charal and Yak, and if we want to find new places to explore, I think we should go through these areas. We might find something interesting. We might find something dangerous too. So let's just go to yeah, let's just go to Trahug and see what happens. Okay, some events. Event Horizon 3. Oh my goodness, where are you? Okay, well, Event Horizon 3, you're in the Sol system. Oh my goodness, it's so close. I think you'll make it to get refuel. Okay, that's good. Almost had no fuel left. It's definitely time to retire those fleets. Event Horizon 3. Okay, I think you guys, this is your last mission out, and wherever you go, you're just going to get stranded. I'm not going to refuel you. But that does mean I should probably start designing some new survey ships soon. And I want to start... Oh geez, I want to expand these shipyards, I really do, but I worry about the uranium level I have. I worry I'm going to run out of uranium, and that's not something I want to... Okay, our fuel harvesters are basically nearly full. That's awkward. And all the tankers are following these guys. That's fine. Hey, so I think, does that mean they've dropped? It sounds like they probably dropped. Where are you? You guys aren't following at all. That's a bit garbage. Don't know what happened to you. I told you to follow this. Well, you're not following, are you? That's so weird. I am so confused. Okay, you're gonna follow the hauler. You just seem to be very far away. And you are Tango 1. What on earth are you doing? It apparently thinks it's following Colony 1. I'm so confused. Okay, well, let's just leave them. Okay, let's just see what happens. Maybe they'll figure something out. Get this B1. Okay, you got the infrastructure, so we just need to wait for some colonists to arrive, and we can watch them arrive. Okay, we've got some more fuel harvesters. And I think with that we probably have enough. Tell them to yeah, click the fleet checkbox, join fuel harvesters. There you are, join fleet. Very good. Okay, so we have a new colony already. Fantastic. So let's add a demand for infrastructure. It's very what's the right word? Aspirational is the right word. It might take some time for this to get fulfilled, but I'm hoping that building these colonies helps to encourage our civilian sector to get up and running. Speaking of which, I want Mars to actually do something. I want oh, okay, hang on. We transported some mines to Mars, that's good. But there's another thing here. There's these financial centers, and I have some of them on Earth, and They don't need to be on Earth at all. They can be on Mars, and I think they should be on Mars. And the reason is that they take workers. And for as much as possible, I want the workers on Earth to be used for research and shipyard work, because those things require huge amounts of workers. And it's definitely going to be a problem later on as I keep building. Okay, Hall of 5 has stationed at... Okay, Hall of 5. You are to go to Moose, move to location, and then whichever tanker was meant to be following you, can now stop that, and you can just go back and forth with the fuel harvesters, refuel from stationary tankers, transfer fuel to colony, and you can just do that forever. I think I have enough fuel harvesters to make that a viable thing to be doing. Okay, and here yeah, that's fantastic. The civilians are up and running. Okay, and there are so many jump points here, so I really need to start actually thinking about a more viable survey approach. And I think it's time to actually do that. Much more longer range, much more sustainable. That's what I want. Where do I want to be? So if I look at the design, because the event horizons that I actually had, they were actually quite big, but I think we have some better technology. Okay, so let's have a think. Let's have a look at the jump drive, because the jump drive is actually one of those things that can help a lot, but I haven't actually researched in the jump drive text. They aren't even queued up, which they probably should be. So let me queue them up for future. Well, I do have an extra jump drive efficiency, don't I? I think I'll keep the current one, but just go for better engines, because I do have better engine tech, and that will help a lot actually. Improved nuclear pulse. Yeah. Engine power. So I have a few techs now, which I can actually pump up the engine power, which is not something you can do with civilian ships, but you can do it with military ships. But it does increase the fuel consumption, so it's not really a great idea for long-range explorers, but for military ships, it's a great idea. Yeah, actually I think this is fine. We'll just make the engines quite big, create that, and I'll probably instance this, just because I don't feel like waiting. Power and propulsion. There it is. Oh, it's quite expensive, but it's time for a new event horizon. Okay. Yeah, let's go new ship class. Event horizon 2, rename. And let's just 14,000 capacity. No, 39,000 capacity. So I could make this ship really big. But I'm just going to use the jump drive that I have. And that's going to dictate how big this ship can be. So it can only be 13,000. It is what it is, but we are going to get really much better engines. And that's going to help a lot to go faster. And to use less fuel while doing so. Just enjoying some beverage, some tea. Engineering spaces are essential. So are maintenance storage. Because you want to be able to fix those jump drives when they break. Definitely going to need some geological scanners and gravitational survey sensors. Yep, definitely going fast enough for a scanning ship, so I can focus on deployments time now. Okay, and at 3 million liters, that's actually 50% more fuel than my tankers carry. And it's going fast enough. I can throw another engine on, and let's see what happens when I do. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with this. But I still have some extra space, so let's fill it up with... That's enough fuel storage. Or is it? And then some more engineering spaces. And then the rest can be maintenance storage. Ooh, deployment time. Don't forget about that one. Okay, now it's too big. Don't have to take a lot off. Just have to get it under 13,000, and here we go. And I think this is a much better ship. Well, it has more tech, so one would hope so. So Geosurvey ship, Event Horizon 2, that is done and settled. Oh, didn't put in a thermal scanner. I do want one. So let's get rid of a fuel storage tank. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think that's fine. I really do. Okay, the only difficulty here is that I can only build these... No, because it's 13,000 tons, 13,000, I can use this shipyard and build 4 if I really wanted to, but I don't think I will. Red Horizon 2, gonna retool. Hey! So it's instant, first time. So how many should I build? Let's just build 2. I think 2 is okay. And what the hell? Maybe I do run up uranium, but for the time being, let's do that. And shipyards of this size, commercial, just aren't that useful. Okay, so I'm thinking while I'm here I should also design a new hauler too. And yeah, let's do that. Hauler 2, where are you? Freighter hauler. What you can do is you can go down here and then copy class. And then this makes a new copy of this ship class. So it keeps all its old modules, but it gives it a different name. So now you can redesign a ship based on your previous template. And that can be helpful sometimes if you want to keep things largely the same, but also different. Jeez, it's had 15 of these engines. Well, because the main difference is going to be replacing these engines with higher technology engines. And if there is an easier way. If you don't want to click this up like 100 times like an idiot I just did, you can click down here and then it'll do them batches of 5 and whatnot. So if you don't want to look like a fool like I just did, you can do it that way. I recommend. Okay, so look, it's better. So what's the difference between these two ships? The Hauler 2 has a much longer range, marginally faster, and also smaller. And I think that do it. I like the longer range. I wonder if the and probably more fuel efficient too, just because it has the more advanced engine. So let's do that. It's not a huge jump in technology, but this Hauler 1 was unfortunately really pushing the limits in terms of what's useful. So let's start building them here. I've got enough fuel harvesters for the time being, I think. And that'll take some time. Okay. Okie doke. So, okay, that seems fine. Oh, I know. We forgot to put an administrator for a new colony on Gatas B. So let's do that. It's important because it helps get them experience. Practice, as you were. No one here has... no one here, unfortunately, has any population growth. But maybe. One thing worth mentioning is one way to increase the number of leaders and the higher quality leaders is if you, what we have here is Sea Military Academy, and you can build a structure which increases this level, and this allows you to hire more crew, because crew is also in the game, but also get you more leaders in terms of scientists, commanders, fleet commanders, ground commanders, as well as scientists and civilian administrators. So if you want to get a better suite of leaders, that's what you need to do. But for the time being, I'm going to focus on what I am currently building. How many automated mines do I have? 41. I can think about moving those to one of those. All traces of carbon dioxide have been removed from the atmosphere of Mars. That's fantastic. There wasn't much to begin with. So now it should no longer read as a dangerous atmosphere. So now I just have to worry about making it breathable, and to do that, just add oxygen. It will take about 10 years, but we'll get there. Wait, where's this colony fleet stationed at? I'm quite pleased. These boats seem to have made it all the way without running out of fuel, so that's quite nice. Let's see how our fuel harvesters is doing. I don't want them to be running completely dry because I want the tanker to be actually transporting fuel back and forth. Alright, so the tanker probably is well, it's at 96%. So yeah, the fuel harvesters don't quite make enough, but I think for the micromanagement it's okay. Okay, and these are where my two sacrificial survey ships are. Geez, so many connections here. I can't be safe. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for... Event Horizon 1 to finish its gravitational survey, and then I'm going to send both of these guys through the same point, and we can discover our next system. The objective is definitely to try and find some alien life somewhere. Okay. Okay, new system, not much going on over here. So let's actually have a check and see if there is anything of consequence. There is one comment with some corbomite, so I'm going to go with no, there is not much there of any consequence. How far are you to being removing the carbon dioxide? You're not there yet. Still quite a while. Maybe I should... Yes, I should build more terraformers. You really just can't have enough of them, and there's a lot of terraforming in my future. I can smell it. Okay, another research facility. Let's attach it to this guy with a 40% bonus, because that won't last forever. At some point he will die. So take advantage of these bonuses while you have them, even if they are the technologies you most clearly after at the time. Okay. No, whether okay. So we're in siege, and I think what this means when there's no circle here is I think that just means there's no planets. So yeah, there's nothing interested in siege at all. So what I'm actually going to do is let's send these. Oh jeez. Okay, just finish up and just die. Okay, Event Horizon 1 is run out of fuel. Well, you know what that means. You're too obsolete of a ship to care about. I just want to see how much fuel this tanker has carrying back to see if it's actually worthwhile. Yeah, it's... Look, he is dumping fuel back and forth, so... I think it's okay. Now that makes me want to build more ship harvesters. Oh, too late for now. Oh! If we built this shipyard, then that means we have spare industrial capacity. And it's time to get some more naval shipyards. Because I do want to increase my capacity to build military ships, but I do have to keep an eye on this uranium because it is not nearly as high as I'd like it to be. Let me just have a quick check as to where the uranium really is. There is actually a lot of uranium on Earth, so that's quite pleasing. Oh, I can have to send you off. So yeah, there is quite a lot of uranium here too. Not here though. But we can definitely start ramping up this mine operation. No mines yet, but let's order some more and hope they come. Might be worthwhile to act when we get the better cargo ships up and running. Hey, okay. So let's start building those. 1, 2, 3, and add a new slipway. So that's the thing you can do. You can build the assigned class as well as doing a shipyard activity. And the new event horizons are going to take a while still. Okay. Okay, event horizon 3, you have exceeded your usefulness. We thank you for your service and good luck. Goodbye. I do worry about that tanker is actually being useful. No, at this point you stop being useful. So remove all, just stay there for a while. And let these ships build up some fuel. So at the moment, I'm just generally waiting. For one of the things I'm waiting for to happen. Let's check on our... I think our civilian fleets are expanding. Where are they? Wait, it seems to be 3, but this one seems to be empty, so maybe they're going to... You apparently have tonnage, I don't see it though. What? Do you really have this many ships? No. What earth am I looking at? Oh, I think this is just what they've done. Well, this is a list of everything they've done. I didn't even know this was here. Okay, so that's cool to see. But yeah, total tonnage is. I'm just having a look at the civilian. So this maybe it's currently being built. Well, build more ships, would you? Okay, cool. My better haulers are around. So let's have a look at Chimyuk. It's okay. I guess it's got some time in it, but it's time to start sending our automated mines to Gong Gong. which, if I recall correctly, has a lot of nice corundum on it. So let's find it and turn it into a colony. And then let's first get, okay, we're gonna first need to make you into a fleet. Hauler 2 sounds like a fine name. And you can go and collect what automated mines currently exist on Earth first, and then unload them and cycle that. And then once you're finished with that activity, we can start taking the mines from the other comet, which is about to be exhausted, and build some more haulers, because I will need some more of them. You see, it's just such a far way away. Might actually take a while. Okay, cool. New event horizons. So these are the new and improved ones. So first up, let's sign our commanders. Now, if I remember rightly, even though I abandoned these ships in space, I think the naval officers come back. I think. Survey. Well, yeah, I think so, because you've got, yeah, because you don't get 17% without practice. That's not a number you get without practice. No, I meant to attach you to unassign. I think I accidentally made him a fleet commander, which is not what I want to be doing. It's supposed to be. Okay, do you want to go into Event Horizon then? Maybe it will sort itself out. Okay, maybe if I detach them first, it'll make more sense. Yeah, so they both have commanders. So let's send them to drug and select a random system. And let's send them to different systems. And then we can discover things. Okay, the fuel harvesters are full already. That's annoying. Maybe if only the depth. Oh, there is a order delay. It's down here. That's where it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so fleets, fuel harvester, refuel from stationary tankers, transfer fuel to colony, and then I want a delay. Right. Now I wonder if this is in days. Either which way, let's just put in 14 days. That might be enough. Because I was looking for that last time, I remember, and I couldn't find it. So this time I found it. Hey, we're in a new system here. Again, looks like there's nothing tasty. So Event Horizon 201. Yeah, let's send you back to Traug and send you to a different jump point, because this is a boring system. Oh jeez, now I'm just getting confused. Where are these ships? Okay, you're happy, and you're in the Bosch system, and there doesn't seem to be much here. So let's send you back to a different jump point. There must be something interesting in this galaxy somewhere. I think we found an interesting system. Oh wow, heaps of planets here. and some very low colony costs too. So we'll find something here for sure. Where are you? This is the turquoise system. Why can't they give me systems that are easy to pronounce? So we love surveying there, so you can go there. Let's go back to Seoul and see how many 3 AM on. Oh boy. It's going to take a while to get those mines to here. We're going to run out of minerals. Oh well. More terraformers. You can join the ones by Mars. Now, you might think we have enough terraforming ships, but you would not be correct. Yeah, and I think Hauler 2 is actually going to need to, we'll refuel and resupply, but we're going to pick up the mines from Chimyak because we're actually going to run out of minerals before I can get them all off. And that's a better idea. And it's also time to assign a civilian administrator to Gong Gong for the mining bonus. At least Gong Gong is quite fun to say as a word. It looks like the civilian economy is finally starting to do things. Research facility. You really, it's always good to have more, better and better engines. How is my industry going? I am going to need a lot more mines. And I'm going to need a lot more coryndium too, and that ain't no lie. Let's buff up this infrastructure while I'm here. Might be more interesting to watch. Oh my goodness, have I really just left them there without any standing orders? Oh, I'm usually so good at always making sure I get them standing orders, and they've just been sitting there idle the whole damn time. That is so annoying. Okay, here you go. Start surveying this place. Let us know what treats there are here. There has to be something good. In fact, I'm so confident that there's going to be something good there that we can start stabilizing. Without stabilizer, so we have to stabilize to Traug and then Trukwa. These names are sadistic. Someone's messing with me. Okay, that's just research been completed. Okay, they're just running around surveying. Yeah, we're just waiting for our economy to. Okay. Okay, so let's first check our shipyards, see that they're all doing what they need to be doing. Okay, cool. We have a new set of 3 haulers, and what we can do now is we can just tell them to straight up join this fleet wherever they are, and then they'll just end up doing what they're doing and help out, and that helps to reduce the micromanagement that you need to do. Just go join fleet, and that's it. And we can have a look at, yeah, look, we're oh, it's going to be a long slog. Maybe the civilian economy can help me out here, but I doubt it. Let's just put 40 there, so they can supply and you can demand. Come on, civilian economy, be good for something. Actually, how are these fuel harvesters doing fuel wise? 14%. Okay, well. You have like no fuel. You fuel from stationary tankers. Are you okay, Mr. Tanker? Where are you? Jeez. Okay, you are okay. How do I add a delay? Transfer fuel to colony. Okay. Maybe if I go resupply from colony, and I'm just giving it a nonsense thing to do, just so there'll be a delay there. Good, and there is a delay there. So it doesn't actually need to perform that activity, it's only there to do, so I can assign a delayment to it. Okay, let's go back to Trukwa, because you fully surveyed the system and we can see what goodies we have. Why have you not been surveyed? Trukwa AX. Jeez. I guess it's just too far away. Event Horizon 2, you go in there. That's AIX. Geological Survey. And I think when it gets, no, hang on, why are you not going there? Unless it exceeds its range. Remove last. Okay, let's see what happens. Travel time, distance 20. Jeez, yeah, it is too far away. And I think it just disregards it. What does it say? It doesn't say anything. It's actually too far away. Oh, that's unfortunate. Huh. Okay, well, let's just work with what we have and not worry about it, because it's the distance here is between seem to be just too vast that even if I were to colonize these planets, it would be such a pain to get anything there. So let's have a look at what we do have. So okay, it's not terrible. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, but colony cost is not applicable because I guess it's just 122 atmospheres. Surface temperature is 500 centigrade, which is toasty. But I think it has some of every mineral, so that's just such a nice supply. You can just put something there and you know you're gonna get at least some of everything that you need. Okay, there's some great potential here. So definitely worth sending some things in this direction. This is such a massive system, it's great. We are basically spoiled for choice. So we've definitely found minerals if we ever do need them. So yeah, we'll stabilize our way there. Also, something worth mentioning is you do get these LP things. I think they call them Lagrange points, which doesn't quite make much sense, but they're local jump points, so you can pop in there and come out there. So it's basically like a mini jump points. Hey, okay, we finished our construction factories, and a new civilian mining industry has been started. So that's really cool. Oh geez, I haven't been paying attention. There've been a ton of civilian mining facilities that have started, and that's great, because it means I can grab some minerals, not free minerals, but minerals. So I do want these. I'm just going to send them to Moose. And these are, I want them to, basically anything with uranium I'm going to take. It does cost money to do these, but I have enough money. So this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping to get my civilian economy up and running, because that just helps everything, especially reducing the micromanagement. That's fantastic. Otherwise, how civilian economy is still not helping out there. Well, it's moving this mine somewhere. Possibly to Tetra. So there's some mines there, that's cool. Not here yet though. How's the terraforming coming along? Okay, maybe just a year and a bit. And then Tetra is going to have a breathable atmosphere, that'd be cool. Or at least no longer dangerous. Okay. So we've stabilized the one part of this jump point, and as we've done before, you just jump through and stabilize the other end. Too easy. Event Horizon 201. Okay, so everything here has... Oh no, they went back to Sol. Well, let's explore the unexplored ones. Find something new. Add another slipway. And with the civilians starting building up their mines, it's going to make my life a little bit easier as well, in terms of securing the resources I need, because I can just buy them. Okay, what do I need to reduce it to? 30%. Modify. And then if I click up Q, there's enough, it will just slot straight in. Oh cool, and I got a new naval shipyard. So let's start working on expanding that. And let's have a look at my uranium. It's actually going up. I'm still very worried about the quantity I have. Chimyak nearly out of corundium. At least I started moving them before I actually ran out of corundium. Okie doke. Okay, new system, and there are things here. Okay. Okay, now we need to actually pay some attention. Okay, so this is very nearly habitable. I think it's not, because I think there's too much temperature just I think the temperature limit is 40 degrees. We can actually check the game settings. So the way I've set up the game settings is that if there is a habitable planet valid, there will 100% chance be an alien species there. So I don't think it's happened, but it's a very, very close. If you scroll over the NPR generation chance by player, it will tell you all the conditions here on the screen. So there are limits on oxygen, has to be more than 7%, but less than 40% of an atmosphere. There are some pressure limits, and the temperature, yeah, must be more than 40 degrees and less than 60 degrees. Okay, so it might actually be a valid planet. Let's have a closer look. Nitrogen, oxygen is there's too much oxygen. I think oxygen maximum was 40%. So it doesn't actually look like there's going to be life here, but it was very, very close. This one too. So it became a hair's breadth of discovering life. But we will, at some point, we will. It's quite a small galaxy I've created for this game. So hopefully we'll find one soon. And then we can talk about how we're going to kill them. You can go to Terraformer. And let's see how our terraforming project on Mars is going. We are adding oxygen, so yeah, approaching breathable. We'll get there soon. Ah, there's just nothing here, but let's just explore some jump sister drives while we're here. Okay. Okay, yeah, some more haulers. So we definitely know what we're going to do with them. We need to move those mines because the civilian economy ain't doing it, and it's urgent. Well, it's so close. It's not a total bust if we exceed the corundum, because it's still thorium and potassium, and it's not like those are bad things. And something that you can also find is that as the quantity starts to diminish, the accessibility also decreases. I remember corundum here used to be at like a 0.9 or 0.8 accessibility, and now it's down to 0.1 just because there's just so little left. What is our civilian economy? Civilian economy up to, yeah, okay, they're growing. Grow faster. You've got things to move. Okay, stabilizer 1 has stabilized again. Now I'm pretty sure it's Trukwa. Well, let's tell you to stabilize it and make sure Trukwa is the one we're looking for. I'm quite sure it is. Yes, it sure is. There's a lot going on here. Okay. a shame those things aren't doing things. I do wonder what the reason is. Probably don't have enough infrastructure on Mercury to support more population. That can be solved by telling them to put more infrastructure here. Almost just to give them something to do, but they could be financial systems. So that's a shame. Anyway, let's add demand for 500. And add supply. We're still building infrastructure, we're supposed to be. Yeah, I wish I would tell you when it stops, or rather when you've completed a construction project that the game would then stop and tell you, because I always want to know when I'm not using my construction facilities to their full potential. Industry. Shipyards, I think, yeah, let's add 10,000. Let's at least get them up to 40,000 capacity, and then we can add some slipways. And then worry about running out of uranium again. So my uranium is actually going up, so that's cool. I guess it's when I really start expanding my shipyards and building military ships I really have to worry. Another research lab. And let's just check on my exploring ships, make sure. Okay. Okay. You guys are both low on supplies. That's not good. Stop what you're doing and go back to Earth and refuel and resupply. Because if you run out of supplies, so actually I might need to tell you to what's the command? It's begin overhaul. So when you exceed your duration, you start experiencing penalties. I'm not 100% sure exactly how it works, but it's not good. I think you suffer more failures. So we're gonna send them back to resupply, overhaul, and hope they make it. Don't want the jump drive to fail before they can get home. That would suck. Event Horizon 202. Well, you should be. Oh, balls. No, you're in the Sol system. You're good. Are you good? Why are you not good? Just. I don't know why you're not happy. Okay, you should. Let's just try and tell you to do an overhaul. Okay, I have no idea why they were complaining. They're in overhaul now. Okay, so that's what I wanted. Okay, cool. All traces of carbon dioxide have been removed from the atmosphere of Tetra A3. Okay, that's really cool. So now let's see what our environment is like. Okay, so not dangerous, but not breathable now. Now it's probably not breathable because I don't know why. Let's just advance time 1 tick and see what happens. Sometimes things need to update, but I thought this would be breathable, but it's not. So let's check our race specific. So what do we need? Oxygen pressure, 0.2. Maximum oxygen deviation is 0.1. So we're in there. We might not be... atmospheric pressure. Maximum atmospheric pressure is 4. There's no minimum. Ideal temperature. I don't know why it's not happy. Now, I don't think you have to have nitrogen, but the amount of oxygen in this atmosphere is actually kind of low. So I thought this was going to be okay, but it's apparently not happy about something. I thought we only needed 0.1 oxygen. And it might just be that our pressure is too low. Let's add more oxygen. And hopefully that'll solve that problem. And if it doesn't solve that soon, it will start adding nitrogen. That'll definitely solve it, I think. Has completed. Stabilizer 1, where are you? Well, you're gonna need a friend to get home. Let's send you standard transit. Let's just send the tanker there because that stabilizer is going to need some help getting home. More haulers, good. They can help. Normally this wouldn't be such a problem, but Gong Gong is just so far away. So it's just taking a long time to move those automated mines, but it's a priority. Heaps of fuel, so I don't have to worry about anything like that. That's great. Hey, the civilian economy is actually moving one automated mine, so they aren't completely garbage. They'll get there in the end. Now how's Gong Gong doing? It's doing great. Have you decided to be breathable yet? Not yet. I was hoping maybe something just needed to refresh. Oh, that's a long way to Gong Gong. Okay, where are you, Tanker 1? So if you're in the Trukwa system, you're in the Trukwa system, I think sometimes the game doesn't display correctly where the ships are. Okay, well that's fine. You can just chill there. It's the Tanker 1. Because it should... Oh, there you are. Let's just tell it to join fleet. They'll solve all of those problems. Jeez, I'm actually feeling Gong Gong is actually too far away. And just bring those automated mines back to Earth, find a different target. Oh jeez, but they do have enough corundum to really make me happy. I think for the time being it's still worthwhile to move those mines. Okay, so we have stabilized points all the way through to the turquoise system. I think we've got some great potential for planets here. It's just absolutely sport for choice. Absolutely sport for choice. But you probably want to start with something that's on the easiest side to terraform. I mean, I do have these terraforming ships, but my goodness, one thing about these terraforming ships that I've designed and built is that they move so slowly. So slowly. It'll take them an age to get anywhere. So I think I'm definitely gonna design some faster ones because they're actually gonna spend ages in transit. But as terraforming ships go, they mostly just stand in orbit doing their thing. So that's mostly okay. But let's get some more of those. And let's have a last look at Tetra. Environment. Atmosphere. It's either there's not enough atmospheric pressure or there's too much oxygen as a ratio. It's either one of those problems. Pumping nitrogen will solve both of those problems. Oxygen will solve one of those problems. So it might be worthwhile to just pump in some nitrogen. Or keep the oxygen. I'll keep the oxygen for now and then switch over to nitrogen. Actually, let's just hit the nitrogen first. Atmospheric pressure. Because when I look on the race screen, I don't actually see anything. Okay, so ideal gravity, ideal temperature, ideal oxygen pressure, maximum oxygen pressure, maximum gravity deviation, maximum temperature deviation, maximum oxygen deviation. So I think I've fulfilled all the criteria here. Either which way, how's... Let's have a look at how Mars is doing. Okay, Mars is getting its oxygen. It's not breathable yet either. We'll figure it out soon enough. Okay, but I think that's enough for this session. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's been cool having you around. So hope you enjoyed the series and please join me next time. Okay.